Hello, welcome to the Metatron Show. Today we have a special guest named Clint. So Clint, what do you do as work?
Well, Metatron, for work, I make commercials. I make the sound for commercials. So my job, I guess you could say, is to annoy you and the world.
Is this a nice high-paying job?
Well, what I don't make in money, I make in the satisfaction of knowing that I interrupt all of your favorite television shows and give everybody a chance to go to the bathroom if they need.
What do you do to create?
Well, to create, I usually go into my studio. I grab myself a Mountain Dew or a seltzer water. I put myself in the place of the scene I'm trying to create. Then I hit a bunch of buttons on my computer, waste about 3-4 hours, and when I'm done, magic.
What inspired you to do this job?
I would have to say my biggest inspiration was myself. I never heard what I wanted to hear, and so I had to make it so I could hear it.
Is there anyone that did inspire you?
Honestly, I'd say that 2 gentlemen inspired me. Treg Brown, who did all of the sounds for Looney Tunes, and Ben Burt, who did all of the sounds for Star Wars, as well as Wall-E, and this movie called Electric Boogaloo. But you're too young for that.
What puts you in a negative mood?
Other people, negative people, bad people.
Why?
Because I don't need them bringing me down to their level. I am soaring high above them, Metatron.
Is there any specific people that you know that put you in a negative mood commonly?
1.
Who is this?
I am not comfortable saying, Metatron. But she knows who she is.
You know what puts me in a negative mood?
What?
Not singing.
I would like to hear you sing.
I cannot sing right now.
Can you give me a taste?
Here's my mixtape.
I will listen to it.
What puts you in a positive mood?
Aside from your beautiful singing voice, I would say the kisses of a kitten. I would say the sunlight on a dreary day. I would say food.
Why do you like these items so much?
Because kittens are soft, sunlight is bright, and food is good.
Is there a specific food that you love?
Look at me. I am not choosy.
Are you a vegetarian?
If that vegetable is on meat, then yes, sir.
Why do you like your water so much?
Water is the blood of the earth, and I am a vampire.
Why do you like Mountain Dew so much?
Mountain Dew is the blood of the devil, and I am an angel.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, audience. And thank you, other audience. And thank you, camera crew. This is our episode. Bye-bye.
Hello and welcome to the Cretin Show. And today we are interviewing a girl named Leah. So, Leah, what do you do for work?
I am a cosmetologist, which means that I work with hair and skin and nails for clients to make them look more beautiful.
So, what do you do to create?
What we do first when the client comes in, we have a consultation with them. We talk about what they want to do to their hair, and then once they let me know what they want to do to their hair, I kind of talk with them about what I'm going to do. If I need to cut it, if I need to put highlights on it, or paint on color. And then we go into the process and hopefully everything comes out good. When their hair is finished processing, either getting lighter or the colors sinking into the hair, then afterwards we'll blow dry it like really fancy so it's curly and bouncy, and they go out in the world and they feel like a new person.
Who inspires you and why?
I think my coworkers inspire me a lot. There's a lot of prominent hairstylists that inspire me. I think what's neat about working in the arts is you can always draw from other art mediums. Like say if you see a painting that's got awesome colors, you can put that into hair. Or if you saw something really geometric and you got excited, you can do a haircut and incorporate that into the hair. So there's always ways to bring your lifestyle into the work, so it's exciting every day. And you never know what's gonna happen, who's gonna come into your chair. So there's always this element of like, what's gonna happen, what am I gonna create that also influences the work every day.
What puts you in a negative mood?
I hate when my clients are late because I have other clients throughout the day. I have to stay on time. If somebody comes in a bad mood, that can be kind of awkward because you want to make conversation with them. They're usually there for an hour or 2 hours while their hair is getting done. And if somebody's like grouchy and they don't want to talk to you, it can be kind of like a off-putting appointment. But it's never bad. You know, there's never anything that's like, oh my God, you know, this was horrible. Unless you really mess up somebody's hair, which might happen, you know, when you're new starting out. There are days where you can't give somebody what they want and they're not happy, or you cut somebody's hair and it was really long and they weren't ready and they cry. That's the worst.
So, what puts you in a positive mood?
Is when the work comes out good. If I can stay on task and on time and still make conversation, that's always great. If somebody comes in and they want something like really fun, like purple hair, that's like a really good day. Because you get a lot of people who, they just want to be blonde or they just want to be brunette. It can be a lot of the same thing. So anything out of the ordinary is a lot of fun, makes me really happy. And just when you finish the people's hair and you wheel them around in the mirror and they see themselves, like that look they get that you made them feel better and pretty and took care of them, that's like the best part. Like nothing beats that feeling when you can tell that you made somebody feel better about themselves.
What kinds of hairstyles do you do?
We do a lot of wedding hair, like big fancy updos. We do a lot of bouncy curly hair and making people blonde with highlights. We do a lot of people that their hair's turning gray and they don't want people to know. We do a lot of that, and they actually come in like every 3 weeks. They have to touch up that hair color. Men's haircuts and touch-ups, and little kids' first haircuts. It's like everything, you know.
What do you do in the mornings when you're not at work?
Well, I have a little boy. He's 4. So usually I try to spend time with him in the morning working on an activity or doing something fun with him, because I do work late at night at the salon. So I always try to make our mornings mommy and little J time. So we'll get up, I make him breakfast, and then we'll do like a craft or finger painting or something fun before I leave. So I feel like we've like had quality time.
So I heard one of your songs. Do you enjoy playing music?
I love playing music. Playing music runs in my family, so it's something I do to relax. It's like a hobby, a way to be creative outside of doing hair, and like using a skill set that feels really comfortable to me, because my mom was a singer, so it reminds me of my mom too. So doing music is like, makes me feel well-rounded, not just hair, not just at the salon all the time, servicing people. Music is like the way that I indulge myself and my direction and my needs, and still productive at the same time.
So, do you do it with anybody else, or is it just you?
I do music sometimes by myself, but primarily I do it with my band, Eleonora. It's me and my best friend Julia, and she's an artist as well. And then there's 3 guys in the band too, Dan and Eric and Ryan, and we're all in the band together. It's more fun with more people, to me. Some people, they're just singer-songwriters and they just keep it by themselves, but I like when you have a band and you have the drums and the other guitars and it's super loud and you get the energy from the crowd. It's like a lot of fun.
Thank you for watching. That's the end of the Gretchen Show. Bye.
Welcome to the Jonathan Show, where everything is awesome. And today we're going to be interviewing
Alexandra.
Okay, for the first question, I have to ask you, what is your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing to do? Gift other people. I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Okay, so what do you mean by gift to other people?
A lot of times people come to me and ask me to make things for either for them or for their girlfriend, or my dad asked me to make my mom a Valentine's Day gift from him. And I get to create things, and I like it because it makes the person that asked me really happy, and it makes the recipient of the gift really happy. It's my absolute favorite thing in the world.
Wow, it sounds like a fun job.
It is.
So what helps you create?
I pull my inspiration directly from the person I'm creating it for. I usually ask whoever has asked me to make it, like why they want to give that gift, and personal details about the person that it's for, and I dive right into it.
Okay, you hear that, folks? Dives right into it. Okay, for another question, what kind of person do you like get most of your inspiration from? Like, if you're just making something for yourself.
I get inspiration from everywhere. Like, I almost have a problem. When I see something and I start a project, I was just talking with my boyfriend the other day, and he was like, you need to stop bringing stuff home. I have a project going in one room of the house and another room of the house, because I get inspired by absolutely everything.
Can you name some of the things that you were inspired by?
Sure. Well, the Valentine's Day gift that I made for my mom from my dad was a flower arrangement in the shape of a little white dog, because she had a little white dog. She had two of them, actually, and that's where that inspiration came from. That's a pretty obvious one, though. The gift I made before that was this guy I work with wanted to make a Valentine's Day gift for this girl he was seeing, and he didn't really know a whole lot about her. So we asked her questions in secret. She didn't know what was going on, and she really likes tea and writing, and I put together this teacup shaped basket with a tea set in it and all different kinds of teas, and there were scarves inside of it and a journal and all kinds of, we picked her favorite colors, and we asked her all about tea in secret, and we played little games. She didn't know what was going on. It was a lot of fun.
Wow. Okay, so for this question, it might be kind of difficult, but it's a really good question, and it's gonna make a difference in this video.
I'm ready.
What is your favorite food?
This is probably going to sound really boring to you, but I think I just discovered my favorite food the other day. I'm a vegetarian, and the thing I missed the most from when I ate meat was chili dogs, and I just discovered they made vegetarian chili dogs, and they're delicious.
Wow. My sister is a vegetarian. She always brought back these weird dishes.
Yeah?
Red bean burgers. Weird.
They're not bad. They're not bad.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. So where do you like to go on vacations then?
Actually, I'm getting really excited. I got a vacation coming up the beginning of April. I'm going on a cruise with my whole family, aunts, uncles, everything, you name it.
Wow.
Yep, never happened before. Pretty excited about it.
What's your favorite type of fashion?
I don't have one specific kind of fashion. Pretty much whatever I'm in the mood for when I wake up in the morning, as long as I'm comfortable. I don't get to dress myself very often because I work in a wood shop, so I have to wear kind of crappy clothes because I usually go home covered in sawdust. So when I do leave work though, I get really excited about putting normal clothes on because I'm at work most of the time.
Oh, okay. So during your work, Like, what do you work on besides like wood stuff?
That's we make dovetail drawer boxes. That's basically any drawer you've ever opened that connects at the corner. You know, like a puzzle piece. You've seen that before. That's what we make. We make like the insides of drawers, which sounds really boring, but the stuff you have to do to make those drawers is a lot of fun. And I really like my job.
Okay. So what got you into this profession?
It kind of happened by accident. I've had a really weird career path. I went to art school, and then I ended up working for the Michigan Lottery, and I really didn't like it. I worked there for a long time, and I just really needed to get back to working with my hands, and the hobby wasn't enough. And one day when I just couldn't deal with working at the lottery anymore and was looking for another job, my mom heard about this woodworking job, and she kind of confused, like I used to do woodworking as a hobby, like artistic woodworking, and she confused this job with that.
Wow.
But she, asked if I wanted the information, and I said, hey, why not? And that's where I ended up.
Wow, that's an interesting career.
Yep.
What got you into the hobby then?
Basically, I don't like it when I can't make something, so I will learn how to do just about anything to, make whatever it is I want to make. I learned how to sew and do woodworking, a little bit of, jewelry making and metalworking and just fruit carving, you name it. Like, if I want to learn how to do it, I'll figure it out.
Okay. So what have you done with metalworking?
I have just a couple of small sculptures, nothing too serious.
Okay. I was expecting full-on swords and battle armor.
No, not yet. Nope. No, I've got something. Metalworking is really cool, but it's an expensive hobby. But I do have a plan for a pretty cool sculpture when I have the space.
Okay. So you said you do metalworking, woodworking, what else?
Sewing.
Oh,
That's something I do, like, I guess kind of a lot. My favorite thing to sew is Halloween costumes. That's super fun because you get to, like if you said if you were gonna pick a Halloween costume, what would it be?
John Cena.
John Cena. Then I'd get to if I was gonna make you a John Cena costume, I'd have to pick out every single detail of, whatever John Cena's got going on and make you into John Cena. And that's super fun for me,
Okay.
It's like a challenge.
Wow. I wasn't expecting sewing to be that deep.
I know, right? Yeah, but it is for me. That's like, the whole process of creation for me.
Okay. So, do you like to do anything else besides the creative parts?
I don't have time for a whole lot else. I work a lot, and it's a exhausting job. It's really physical. I'm on my feet all day. I'm catching wood and hauling it around. But I guess I do kind of a lot. I host Adventure Day every month. That's something that I do. Adventure Day. It's one day out of the month where I collect a bunch of people and we go do something outside of our comfort zones. It could be anything from, the first one was when I lived in Chicago and we went to a water park, which doesn't sound like anything crazy, but when you live in Chicago, that's like not a normal thing you get to do. And then one of the adventure days I did here, we went to a Native American sweat lodge.
What is that?
It's part of like Native American tradition. You get in this. It's kind of like a tent. It's really low to the ground, and they perform like a ceremony in there. It's like can be really healing. It's like they throw some rocks and they throw some water on them and it steams up the whole place and you sweat. It's pretty cool.
So it's like Fear Factor, but without the fear.
Yeah, it's not scary. It is really hot though.
Okay. So Okay, I guess we'll be concluding the Jonathan show today, but be sure to tune in next time. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And that's the end. Bye. And today on Just Another Talk Show, we have Nick. What do you do to work?
I spend my days at Motown Museum, and I work for the CEO there. So all the little things you could think of that the management would need done at a museum. I kind of pick up the pieces and run around scheduling meetings and setting up projects, that kind of stuff.
Have you ever seen Mettaton's Final Form?
No.
Don't look forward to it. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is, I thought you were going to ask me this today. My favorite food is spaghetti pomodoro. And I ate it 12 days in a row, twice a day when I was, how old are you?
9.
When I was 11, I was in Italy for about a month, and I ate it every single day. It's basically spaghetti with a tomato-based, it's like marinara sauce with a richer name, really. So I like spaghetti and marinara.
In your opinion, do you think that milking cows is slightly animal cruelty?
I like this question. I don't eat dairy, and I tend to think in small quantities milking cows is kind of just a necessary evil in our society, but there's so many of us that are around that we milk so many cows that it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
What's your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero, Batman.
Why do you like Batman?
I like Batman because he's kind of dark, and he's a Batman, and I like bats a lot. It's kind of a stupid answer, but honestly, I really like bats. I like that he's just a dude. You know, he doesn't have powers. He's just got a belt and some cool guns. You know?
What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is a goat.
Why?
I really like their personalities. They're sort of like crazy dogs, and they have square pupils.
That's an interesting fact. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What puts you in a positive mood?
Spending time with my friends. I live with a lot of my friends. There's maybe like 9 of us. So I like to be around my friends when I'm in a bad mood.
What puts you in a negative mood?
A lot of stuff. Just the stresses of everyday life, you know, stuff that probably bugs you too.
Do you like to play video games?
Yes, I sure do.
What's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game. You got me on the spot with that one. Let's pick a tried and true. The original Super Mario Brothers.
That's a good one. What is your favorite book series?
My favorite book series? The Lord of the Rings.
What about the Lord of the Rings do you like?
I really like the how descriptive he was, but it's easy to read. You know, you don't feel like there's so many words you have to dig through. You know, and I really like orcs a lot. So there's enough of them in there to keep me interested.
What's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport? Hockey. Because it's intense, and Detroit's good at it.
Oh, what's your favorite instrument?
My favorite instrument? That's a good question too. My favorite instrument is the electric bass. Kind of like a guitar, but lower. And kind of like a bass, but electric.
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink. All right, let's see. Right now we got a tie, I think, between Faygo Cotton Candy and Mexican Coca-Cola. Both very sugary. I don't recommend them, but they're good.
What do you do with your free time?
With my free time, I don't have very much free time, but when I have it, I typically spend it laying around with my cats, being lazy.
Oh, so what's it like to be in a band?
What's it like? Being in a band is fun. Like being on a sports team or in a club, it has a certain level of commitment that you have to make, and but it's a lot of fun. You know, there's a lot of camaraderie in playing with your friends and meeting other people and playing with other friends. I've been playing in 2 bands full-time now for quite a while. One since 2009 and the other one since 2012. I enjoy it. It fills a lot of my time outside of what I do at the museum.
Where do you usually buy your groceries?
Buy my groceries? I usually buy my groceries at a place called Honeybee. It is just down the street actually, on Bagley. And it's like a block away from where I live and do most of my my work. So I go there almost all the time.
I usually do too, but yeah, my mom will either go to Honeybee or Meyer.
Yeah, us too. Do you flip side? I'm giving you a question. Do you eat the tortilla chips when you guys go in there?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of obsessed with the spicy chips. I can't think of what they're called, but they got chipotle peppers all over them, so you know they're good.
What's your favorite type of shoes?
My favorite type of shoes are probably Doc Marten boots. They're classic, they're comfy. I can wear them to work every day until I paint them and ruin them. So for the most part, they're a pretty great shoe.
So thank you for being able to be here and taking some of your time to.
Yeah, sure, Oscar. It was fun. I hope I could answer some of your questions eloquently. Did the best I could.